pays Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? I greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. We greatly appreciate it. For this week, it takes me back to Goodwill, another Goodwill around the area. Just lately, I went to a Goodwill the other day. They've doubled their prices on their Blu-rays and DVDs, so these might be the few. You might not be seeing too many more Goodwill videos, though. But for this pickup, though, found a couple cool Blu-rays. Have some out of print, the HBO series on Blu-ray, Disney movie club Blu-ray, my 3D pick for the week, as well as my classic VHS pick. So have some bangers in here. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming on the Fire Stick, physical media, or actually live in the theater with my family. And I'm going to kick it off with a Kenolber cult classic. This is the 1976 adventure horror science fiction film, Food of the Gods. This was directed by Burt I. Gordon, produced by Samuel Z. Arkoff, written by the great H.G. Wells. The plot behind this: Morgan and his friends are on a hunting trip on a remote Canadian island when they are attacked by a swarm of giant wasps. Looking for help, Morgan stumbles across a barn inhabited by a very large animal. I don't want to give too more details than that. I don't want to give you any spoilers in case you haven't seen this. And this is a classic, like, Saturday afternoon sci-fi movie I grew up watching. This is before CGI and great effects, so they have these normal-sized animals, and they look blown up to humongous size. So a lot of fun. Just great 70s cult classic science fiction. So if you like that kind of cheesy 70s vibe, H.G. Wells, definitely check out Food of the Gods. It's a classic. Next, I have the 2008 comedy drama romance Smart People. This was directed by Noam Morano, produced by Omar Amanat, and written by Mark Poirier. This stars Dennis Quaid, Sarah Jessica Parker, Thomas Hayden Church, Elliot Page, and Ashton Holmes. The plot behind this: Professor Lawrence Witterhold might be imperiously brilliant, monumentally self-possessed, and intellectual giant. But when it comes to solving the conundrums of love and family, he's downright flummoxed as the next guy. And this is more of an actual drama. It has dry humor in it, though, but I think it really paints a really good picture of normal people. Normal people are normally over the top, screaming, doing crazy things, though. So it just speaks of a college professor who's kind of detached from reality. He's kind of caught into himself, especially being a widower. And the most interesting people in the movie are probably his adopted brother and his daughter, who's kind of like a female Michael P. Keaton, if you've ever seen Family Matters with Michael Fox. Kind of a little right-wing conservative female, though. But it just speaks with, I guess, looking outside yourself and maybe looking at others and learning how to grow within yourself or getting out of a certain rut. So, but interesting comedy romance, Smart People. The next film is a 1996 comedy drama music movie, That Thing That You Do. This is directed and written by Tom Hanks, produced by Jonathan Demme. This stars Tom Everett Scott, Liv Tyler, Jonathan Stephen Zahn, Ethan Embry, Tom Hanks, Charlize Theron, Giovanni Ribisi, Rita Wilson, Chris Isaac. The plot behind this: a Pennsylvania band scores a hit in 1964 and rises of the star-making machinery as long as it can, with lots of help from its manager. And this is, if you've ever seen any band stories, it's a typical band story. You have a up and rising band uh, get into the fast track or in the fast lane of success, and you start to see the cracks in relationships that have been there for a while start to deteriorate, and new relationships start to spawn. So, very cool movie, great music, great soundtrack. Tom Hanks is, of course, himself in it. I always love Tom Hanks. So, just a really fun musical band type movie. This is that thing that you do. And my last film, something I actually saw on Amazon Prime. This is the 2025 American heist action comedy, The Pickup. This is directed by Tim Story, written by Matt Miter, produced by John Davis. This stars Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, Eva Longoria, and Keke Palmer. The plot behind this: Russell Pierce, a veteran armored car driver near retirement, and Travis Doley, a rookie who aspires to be a police officer, team up for their first time on duty. And I'm not a big Pete Davidson fan, though. I am an Eddie Murphy fan, though, but it actually worked. I didn't expect a lot out of the movie, though, but it had some funny moments, some laugh out loud moments, pretty cool action, and Pete and Eddie actually played pretty well off of each other. Pretty decent chemistry, which I really didn't expect, though. But overall, pretty decent heist movie. Keke Palmer, very attractive, looking sexy, though, and just overall fun. And those are the movies that I've seen for the week, or just at least 4 of them. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here from Goodwill. Have a Kenolber kind of unboxing. Have a Disney Blu-ray home movie exclusive. Couple series here. Warner Brothers Archive. Classic pick on VHS. So have some bangers on here. Let me get these scanned in. We'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to jump into what I picked up at Goodwill. I'm gonna start out with some 90s, early 90s nostalgia. Madonna, Justify My Love. See the parental warning. This was like all the controversy when it came out. It was so risque at the time. Now you can find this stuff on any YouTube or Facebook channel now. Justify My Love, Madonna. And this didn't have a barcode, so I had to put it in by title. Justify My Love. Next, a movie I've been looking for. I've seen trailers for this. Jon Favreau, Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo, Scarlett Johansson, Oliver Platt, Bobby Cannell, Chef. I think this is like a romantic comedy. It's a Universal release. Chef. And again, it was getting a little crazy on the prices here. $4 for Blu-ray, $3 for VHS, but it was still cheaper than getting online. So, and last, another movie I've been looking for, Monsters. This is a kind of like an apocalyptic sci-fi movie. I believe I saw this streaming. It's a magnet release. And again, $4 for this. Nice slipcover. Slipcover is in pretty decent shape. And I doubt if the code works, but I'll check it anyways. Monsters. And for all of this media goodness at Goodwill, I paid a whopping $11.76. A little bit more, but still cheaper than getting online. That's what I picked up at Goodwill. Next, The Legend of Korra, Book 3. This completes all the books of The Legend of Korra from Nickelodeon / Paramount. Haven't watched this yet though, but from what I have seen, it looks like a pretty decent animated series. If you've seen this, leave it in the comments here. Book of Korra, Book of Change, and it's a Paramount release. Next, we have an out-of-print Eastbound and Down, the complete 4th and final season. I actually have another copy of this that I picked up online. I think this goes for like $40 and up. I don't know if it's even available on Amazon, but you can get it on eBay. And I haven't watched the series yet, but I do have all 4 seasons on Blu-ray. So, and I don't even know this guy's name. What is this guy's name? Danny McBride. He's just a different type of funny character. So, I have the code in here. We'll see if the code works. Interesting. It's a hard code card. Usually they're paper. So, we'll see if this still works. Eastbound and Down, season 4. This is an HBO. This is an HBO release. I thought it was HBO Warner Brothers, but just HBO. Eastbound and Down, 4th season. Next, we have Migilla Gorilla, and this is sealed. Let me get my Wesley Snipes here. Hold on. Okay, I have Mr. Wesley Snipes here, aka the Real Blade, a Billy Bob Thornton sling blade. Slice you open here, and this is I believe it was 70s or late 60s cartoons. I used to love Migilla Gorilla. And of course, being Gen X, I'm a little biased, but Gen X cartoons to me are head and shoulders above anything that comes out. Hanna-Barbera were geniuses in animation and stories and crafting stories and series that captivated a whole generation of children. So this is a Warner Archive collection, Migilla Gorilla Show, the complete series, Warner Brothers. Next, speaking of out of print, I have a lot of out of print stuff in this one. We have the Absent Professor. This is part of the Disney home movie exclusive that has now been defunct. So some of these, a lot of these are out of print and highest giraffe booty online if you want to get them new or just get them period. And love Fred McMurray. I grew up watching him, My Three Sons. It's an old television show that started out in black and white, then converted to color during the later seasons. And this is actually redone with Robin Williams with the Walt Disney movie called Flubber, which has not received a Blu-ray release yet, though. I anticipate it probably will eventually. Disney Movie Club, The Absent Professor. Next, we'll do my classic pick for the week. My classic pick for the week, Eyes on the Prize. This is from 1965 to 1985, America at the Racial Crossroads. This again deals with the civil rights movements and the advancements that African Americans made through the civil rights movement and this progression up to 1985. Very important, very in-depth documentary, Eyes on the Prize 2. My 3D pick for the week, Stardog and Turbo Cat in 3D. I checked this out. Pretty nice 3D here. This is a Region B release, in Kaleidoscope, I believe, is a distributor. And with Eyes on the Prize, as you see, there's no barcode, so I have to put this in. I don't think this is available in their video library list. Stardog and Turbo Cat. And lastly, for my Kenolber unboxing, I have the first box set of Columbbo. This is the second wave of Columbbo, of the Columbbo television series from 1989 to 2003. Columbbo The Return. And this is a Kenolber release with the traditional Kenolber spine. And see if I can pop one of these out. There we go. And they're pretty standard as far as Kenolber goes. This is, let me see, which one is the first one? Episode 8, Season 8. So, this is the first one. You have the little color guide here with the short synopsis. I got George Hamilton. See if I can recognize some of these people offhand. George Hamilton. I think that's Dabney. Is that Dabney Coleman? Faye Dunaway. Is that the Shat? Yep, Will Shatner. Still have some big names, and this is the uniformed, kind of generic Kenolber disc covers. This is the first collection, the second collection here. Just guess I didn't show the backs here. And for the second collection, a little advertisement card here. And this is Columbbo. And this is my weekly Goodwill online pickup. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the disc from the artwork so I can make space, see which, quite a few of these will probably make the shelf. So let me get these situated and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. Everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Columbo, L is in Legend of Kora, Z is in Zardoz. Let's knock this out. Everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far in the video, smash a like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you check out my collection video every Saturday, same place, same channel. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.